So it's my day off, right? And I was planning on going grocery shopping. I was gonna go get Christmas presents. And so I go outside because it snowed last night. Let me just show you. I already cleaned off my car. Let me just show you. It snowed last night. Like, we got, I believe, about 5 or 6 inches of snow last night. So there's snow on the ground. There was snow on my car, and yeah, I need to pull down those icicles. There was snow on my car. I cleaned it off, so it doesn't look like it, but there's a solid couple inches there. Fine, whatever, right? That's cool. So I clean off my car and I raise the windshield wipers, you know, like you're supposed to, in order to get the snow and ice out from underneath the wipers, so that way they work. And that's all I did with the wipers. I didn't touch them otherwise, and then this fell off. This is the blade for my windshield wipers. So I guess my car is telling me to stay home today. Which is fine, but also I had things to do, and we don't have, like, milk. Yeah? Okay. And the cat's making noise. So I tried to, like, put it back on. So it's driver's side, too. If it's passenger side, it'd be one thing. But driver's side, I kind of need to be able to see through the windshield. And since I can't get all the snow off the top of my car, it's going to be, like, coming down and melting in front of me as I'm driving, and I guess I'm staying home for now because I can't figure out how to put it back on. I tried, but the problem is I also can't see the other side of the wiper because I'm too short. I can't see that side of the wiper. I can't reach it. Like, I'd have to climb up on top of the hood of my car. So, I guess I'm gonna clean the house instead. I had things to do. I had things to do today, and I'm kind of bummed that I can't go do them now. I looked up Dad How Do I on YouTube, and he has different types of wipers. And I've looked up a couple different videos, but I can't see where I'm supposed to be putting this blade. So I'm gonna do the thing, and I guess I'm just gonna wait for my husband to get home. So, yeah. Well, I got other things to do today, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, how's your day going? Welcome back to another vlog. I've got an hour left in my audiobook. Right? An hour and 20 minutes left in the To Green Angel Tower Storm. No, Siege. Second one. Or the fourth book, either way. I just have to say, there's always a price for immortality. I don't know why people think there isn't a price for this shit. There's always a price. And it's your sanity. So, there we go. This is fun. So, I did fix my car. So, I live in the Midwest, if you haven't figured it out, and we've been blessed with, like, 2 feet of snow-ish in the past, like, 2 weeks. That's how it goes. And I learned today that ice gets underneath all of the crevices inside of the windshield wipers, and so just every so often you gotta clean those out. Because the wiper just snaps right back on. It was easy. But I had to clean out all of the ice from it, because it doesn't snap into place when there's ice there. So, if you live in the Midwest and that happens, you should really just check and make sure there's not ice on everything. Because ice is everywhere, and it gets in every single crevice everywhere. Also, I got new headphones, and I can't decide if I like them or not. I don't generally like headphones that have these sort of things, but it also keeps, like, playing when I've paused it. But I went grocery shopping. I did a little bit of Christmas shopping. So we have a niece and nephew on John's side, and so I picked up most of their presents. We have to talk with his mom since we're all splitting the presents this year and see what she ended up getting them. Oh, excuse me. And yeah, I'm glad I planted my garlic when I did because it's buried in snow now. So yes, and now I'm meeting my dad for lunch, and then I'm going to come back here, clean the rest of the house, because it's very messy in here. We haven't really had time to clean it yet. And then when John gets home, he's gonna shovel, and yeah, I'm gonna listen to my audiobooks. Yay. I don't know what I'm gonna start after this. I think I should probably jump into John Gwynne, but I'm a little worried jumping straight from Tad Williams to John Gwynne that I'm gonna get the stories mixed up. I'm making coffee, by the way. But we'll see. I still might do it anyways. Don't know. The cat has been fed, so she's in a much better mood than she was. And yeah, that's about where we're at. The house is just really cluttered and messy right now, so I just need to go through and clean it out. I'm gonna need to make a run to Goodwill at some point, probably next week or the week after, which is fine. I have no problem doing that. We just have so much crap. A lot of it has been given to us. Like, we were given 3 containers of strawberry glaze. What do we do with this? It's sitting on the counter because we don't use this, but we were given it by his mom. So maybe I'll take it to the food pantry. Yeah, but I don't know if they take glaze. So we'll see. I don't know. But we're going to make more salsa today. So I have tomatillos, a whole bag of them, because we make tomatillo salsa and it's delicious. And that's my update. This is a very long update. Nothing really book related except for the fact that I'm almost done. I am thoroughly enjoying this book. For some reason, spoiler here. Spoiler, true spoiler, okay? So, close your ears, or just go to this time. I didn't expect... I didn't expect the prince to die. For some reason, that never crossed my mind. Like, it should have, contextually, but it makes sense as far as, like, the plot goes, but for some reason I didn't expect it. Oops. I also need to film a video. Probably a couple videos. Alright, that's what I got. I'll talk to you guys later. Alright, so I did finish To Green Angel Tower. It's over on the shelf already. I did finish it. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. That's where we're at. Yeah, that's where we're at. Okay. Storm, right? Part 2 is Storm. Yes. Okay. It's not Siege, it's Storm is the part 2. I did finish the book today. I did thoroughly enjoy that, and I gave it a 4.75. I think it's honestly probably my favorite of the series, as it should be. I feel like the last book in a series should be your favorite. This series isn't for everyone, and I recognize that. Also, as I was talking about it to John, I did notice even more the similarities between it and like Tolkien's writing. It is similar. However, I think this one was a great epic fantasy story, in my opinion. I think it has strong characters, both male and female, which is always good. Did the characters bother me sometimes? Yes. Yes, they did. They all did. I mean, especially our main characters, because they're teenagers. And teenagers, it doesn't matter if they're a princess, a kitchen boy, or somewhere in between. Like, they're gonna be annoying as teenagers. Teenagers, generally speaking, can be annoying. That's just a thing, and I think he captured human interactions and emotions to things happening very well. And I think that shows very much in his writing. And honestly, for 1993, I really appreciated how he wrote that, and I really enjoyed it too. So overall, I believe I'm giving this series about 4, which pretty good. I think it actually gets more than that. I think it's like a 4.25 or something like that. Like, I enjoyed this series thoroughly. So I'm excited. I don't know if I will read more by him or not. I think I will. There is more stuff both in this world, and I think he's got another series as well. So I might. We'll see. I haven't really fully decided, honestly. I've got a lot of books that I want to read next year, but I wanted to jump on and say that I did finish. I don't know what I'm reading next, but it has to be something light. And I just got my Book of the Month box, as you saw in my last vlog. So I think I'm going to actually probably pick up The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year because I would like to read a holiday book before I jump into the Bloodsworn series, because I need to finish that this month too. And those are just gonna, those are gonna take it out of me. And so I want something light in between, and I feel like a Christmas murder mystery is kind of perfect. So we're gonna do that, and I'm gonna read this short little thing. Knives Out gets a rom-com twist in this rivals to lovers Christmas romance mystery that's under 300 pages. So I think this will be fun. I think this will be a quick read that I can get through, and then I can jump into more of the high epic fantasy that I'm honestly in the mood for, which is great because that is exactly what I'm getting this month. I ended up putting my tea bar this month. So I'm going to read this one. I thought about reading Love at First Sighting. However, I want to read something Christmassy. I am in a holiday spirit mood. I would like to be put in the holiday spirit mood. So we're going to do this one. Yeah, I think this is going to be next. So this one's just been staring at me. It's either this one or Best Offer Wins, and I'm really not in a real estate mood. So we're going to read Christmas Murder Mystery. But, yeah, so that's my update. And I will talk to you guys later. If I actually start this book, I'll let you know. If I don't start it, I'll let you know which one I do start next. So, but I don't think I'm going to start Fury of the Gods. Probably not until the end of this week. Yes. Okay. I'll talk to you later. Alright, you're at a weird angle because you're somewhere where there's light because my computers are off already. I did do a little bit of reading today. I read both the library book, the Midnight Library? No, the Library at Midnight. What is it called? I should have looked this up first and I didn't. What am I reading? I don't even know. Dinner at the Night Library. I am about 10% of the way through that one. I read 30 pages. It's honestly kind of cozy. I'm waiting because it feels like it's going to get creepy, and I'm excited for that. And I did start The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year. I did not expect there to be flashbacks in this book, and there are, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. I wasn't looking for a story about a divorcee, I'm not going to lie, about cheating or anything like that. So I wasn't prepared for that. However, I am 35 pages in, and this is a very, very fast read. So I will continue it. I will finish it. This isn't what I expected it to be as of right now. So we'll see. I'm curious to see where it goes. Curious to see if I enjoy it, honestly, is the big one. So, yep, that's where we're at. Cool. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later because it's bedtime, so I'm gonna go to bed now. Hey guys, it's the next Wednesday. I don't have much of an update as far as reading goes. I'm breathing weird because I'm sick. I have a fever, so I'm not sure what's going on, but I do not feel good, which is unfortunate. It's been one hell of a week so far. It's Wednesday. We found out on Sunday, a family member passed away, so we drove down to Illinois in order to pay our respects, and then the funeral is tomorrow, also in Illinois, so in another state. We'll be going, as long as I'm feeling better, I'll be going. John will definitely be going. But then last night I tried to eat yesterday, and it all came up last night, and I've been having terrible stomach cramps, and I had a fever today. I got up to over 100, so that's great. And I'm having like cold flashes and all that, so it's going well. Actually, no, it is getting better because my fever has gone away. I only had the fever for a couple hours. It's down to 99 degrees, 99.9 last time I took it, so I'm alright, I'll be fine. It's just annoying because I'm just exhausted and I haven't slept well for a couple nights now. So my my Garmin's actually yelling at me, being like, "Dude, what are you doing? You're not sleeping. You have no energy. What's going on?" And so I had two very soft and warm blankets on me for most of the day. I've been curled up. This has been my companion for the day. Lana was laying on me for a little while, but I think I might have even gotten a little warm for her. She's in the bed. She's in the cat bed on the floor. I did work a little bit on my cross stitch, but not a lot. So that's where we're at. I haven't done a lot of reading. I've just not been feeling up to it, so I'll talk to you guys maybe tomorrow and give you an update, see how we're doing. Hey guys, so it is now Thursday. I am feeling much better, as you can probably hear. It has still been a long day, bit of a rough day, but I did end up reading another book, almost completely. Read through the entire thing, almost about 83% of the way through this book, according to Storygraph. And I picked up The Thursday Murder Club by Richard Osman. My audiobook hold from the library came in today, so I decided to pick it up. I listened to that much of it. I have this little tiny bit left. I'm on chapter 103. I listened to the audiobooks. I listened to over 300 pages today. So I'm pretty happy with that. Obviously, very happy with that. I'll finish it tomorrow. I do need to go to work tomorrow. So, yeah. Not too much of an update. Otherwise, honestly, that's one of the books that I've read at least. So that is a book technically off of my TBR before the end of the year, which is exciting. And it has gotten me back into reading again. I've been struggling a little bit, you've probably noticed. And this past week has just kind of been a rotten week. Honestly, it's just been really rough. Between a lot of different things, so I apologize for the lack of videos. And then next week is a holiday. I do celebrate Christmas with my family, so I don't think I'm going to be posting on Wednesday next week, because that is Christmas Eve, and it's one of the 2 days I have off. We'll see. I may post earlier, I may post later. I haven't really decided, honestly. It kind of depends how the week goes. But, yeah, so that's my update. I don't have much to say right now. It's been really, like I said, it's been a long week. We've driven to another state twice this week, and it's about 2.5 hours each way each time. So we did it both in one day, which I've done that before. That's not new, but it's tiring for anyone to do. So I'm just out of it. I'm tired, and it's bedtime. So, cool. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. All right. So it is the next day. It is Friday. As you can tell, I am feeling much better. I have the hiccups. Oh, let me get rid of those first. Ooh, all right. Hi. It is Friday, and I have some updates for you guys. So, first update is I did finish the Thursday Murder Club. I love this book. I honestly adored all these characters. I also listened to, I also did listen to the interview that was a part of the, the audiobook that I had, so that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this. I did put in a hold for the next book, and I will be reading this entire series of this super floppy book that I have. I did give this a 5 out of 5. I thoroughly enjoyed this, absolutely loved it. So, yes, we'll continue. We'll highly recommend it. We'll read everything by this author now. Well, we'll continue to read things by this author. Let's give him more than one book. And then after that, I watched a couple YouTube videos, or listened to them. And then I started Hunger of the Gods. I am 60 pages in, and I don't remember if that 60 pages, does it include, it does not include the What Has Gone Before. So I did listen to the What Had Gone Before, which is like 5 pages, but still. This book, I forgot how brutal this series is. I'm so excited to get back into it. And I do plan on listening to a lot of it tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to be decorating our tree, and we're going to be prepping for Yule. That starts on Sunday. So I'm very excited. Yes. And my cat's making funny noises downstairs. I don't know if you can hear. But this series, for me, is hard to describe. This is based off of Norse mythology. It's the Bloodsworn trilogy. This is book 2 of 3. I do have all 3 of them. I read the first one last year, and then the second and third one ended up on my TBR for December. Because as much as I say my TBR was mean to me, I was mean to me is really what it boils down to. My goal is to try and finish this behemoth of a 600 and some odd page high epic fantasy this weekend. We'll see how that goes. But it's a fun series. It's intense. It is heartbreaking. It is brutal. It is, here you go, visceral, heartbreaking, and unputdownable. That's a good description of it. The first book basically follows 3 main characters who are in 3 very different areas of the story. The first one is Orca, who is a mother, and she goes out one day to talk to the ash tree to get guidance, and comes back to find that her home is burnt down and her husband has been killed and her son is now missing. And so it's her journey as she attempts to go find her son, and that is her story in this series. The next person we have is Varg, who is a former slave who kills his masters on the run and ends up getting pulled into being, trying to compete to become part of, I believe it's the Bloodsworn, is what he's trying to become a part of. And that's his line of thinking. The Bloodsworn are this very elite group of fighters in the land. And then we have Elvar, who is part of the Battle Grim. Now, the Battle Grim are a group of warriors looking, basically they're acting sort of as mercenaries, if you will. And she is trying to prove her worth and to gain her battle fame. And that's her line of story. Throughout this, we meet different mythical creatures. There's like dragons. There's mythological creatures from Norse mythology, since it is based heavily in Norse mythology. And honestly, it is so well done. It is visceral. It is amazing. I highly, highly recommend it. Warnings for just about everything. High epic fantasy. But I love how this portrays power in this sort of culture, and how it portrays how people gain that power and how people can use the power given to them based on what they have achieved, and how your achievements kind of define who you are. I think this is so well done, so interesting, and cannot recommend enough. I do plan on reading more by John Gwynne. This is my first series that I have read by him, so there we go. So that's my reading update for today. I have finished one book, started another one, 2 very, very different books. I'd almost call them polar opposites. We've got a cozy mystery that's just very, very homey, very sweet, and then we've got a visceral, dark, high epic fantasy. So we're all over the place right now. But that's kind of what I wanted in order for me to be able to keep all of the books straight. That's the best way for me to read them. So yes, there we go. That's my update. So I'm finally actually reading books, which is very exciting. Finally getting back into it. John is actually out right now with my dad, even though it's dark outside. They are picking up countertops for the other half of our kitchen because they were on sale, so we picked them up. So now both halves of our kitchen countertops will eventually match. We're not going to start the remodel yet. We're waiting till spring because there's a couple actual demolition things that we're going to need to do. But yeah, I would like to get in and start painting. I'm getting really tired of having a two-toned kitchen. It's really bothering me. So yes, we're going to start looking at cabinets and stuff, I think, in the new year. So we'll start ordering those, start going through the stuff that we have. So that's really my update. I don't have a lot more else for you right now. Yeah, that's what I got. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. didn't film it, but the oranges are finished and now they all fit into one freezer bag. We're gonna use this for like some cleaning supplies. We're gonna kind of pulverize a couple of them, I suppose.
Gonna try.
Yeah, and then I think we're gonna use some maybe for decorations, because you can put them on garlands and stuff to make the house smell good. The nice thing is that the house now smells like oranges. And it has all day because it took 9 hours to dry these out. But the first time using the dehydrator, and it worked really nicely. So, there we go. That's my update. Alright, so it's the end of the video. I'm here to give you an update. I'm 100 pages into Hunger of the Gods by John Gwynne. A lot, like, I don't want to say a lot, but there's been developments, and I appreciate the developments. I get the feeling this book is going to suffer a little bit from a second book syndrome, because from what I understand, it's a lot of traveling, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with a book about traveling, but I have a feeling it's going to get slightly dull at points, which is going to be unfortunate, but that's why we have the audiobook. So I am this far in. I'm not very far. It doesn't look like I'm very far in. I'm a sixth of the way through this book, if that helps anybody at all. So we're going to see what happens. I will say the interesting thing about this book is that we pick up more points of view, and it took me a second to figure out who some of the people were, because it's been a long time since I've read the first book, and so I needed the refresher at first of who everybody was, because it's been a hot minute since I've read this book, or this series, and, well, a lot of the names are kind of similar. I'm not gonna lie. But I am enjoying it. I do really like where it's going, and I'm curious to see what happens. You'll have to excuse the fact my lips are super chapped, especially the top, so I'm really sorry if it looks funny. Just ignore it the best you can. What happened to the book I was reading before, The Most Wonderful Time of the Year? I didn't pick it up. After I updated you that first time, I have not picked up that book since. I just haven't. I will again, and I will actually sit down and read it, and I look exhausted, and I apologize for that. My hair is gross, and it's been a week. And now we're going to get this video done and up, and we'll be good. We'll be great. And yeah. I wanted to show you guys my bookmark that I'm working on right now, because it's very cute, and I'm very excited about it. It is. I have made, it's Flareon, Jolteon, and I'm going to have Vaporeon down here. We just started him. And then I'm going to have some space, so I might just do Gen 1, or Gen 1 at the bottom. But I'm still working on my bookmarks. I'm getting there. It's slow going. I'm just not quick at it. Although I've gotten this much done in 3 days, so I'll take that. Pretty happy with it. We spent the day kind of running errands. We had to do some last minute Christmas shopping for family. My family and John's family celebrate Christmas. We're trying to celebrate Yule this year, so today is the first day of Yule. So happy Yule to those who celebrate. Happy winter solstice. It's the first day of winter, technically. No. It is also the second to last day of Hanukkah. So there you go. And today is Mother's Night, so we are thinking back and being grateful for the women in our lives and for everything they have provided to us in order to get us where we are today. So that's my little update. Yeah. That's where we're at. I'm gonna go. This is gonna be the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe. It really does help me out in the long run. And until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, keep reading, and keep moving forward. Bye.